Welcome to you, beloved family. Today we are going on a journey together, and I am so blessed and beyond grateful that you are joining me for this short period of time. I hope to keep it short. Today we're going to be learning how to access our personal Akashic Records. And I'm a true beginner at this, but of course I've been a lifelong student in many ways, just always fascinated with metaphysics, with energy, with the body, sexuality, spirit. Really diving deep into the study of theater and yoga and psychology and human sexuality and the law of attraction and many other modalities. But today, I really want to focus on opening the doorway for you and for me to step through and open ourselves to the wisdom of the Akashic Records. Briefly, the Akashic Records are a library of sorts that includes everything. It includes all of life. And your personal Akashic record, my personal Akashic record, includes past lives, includes past, present, and future of this lifetime. It includes every thought you've ever thought in this lifetime and many other lifetimes. So it is a rich, rich field of inquiry. And the way we access the Akashic Records is by creating the Akashic atmosphere. Now, how do we do that? Well, the Akashic atmosphere most certainly includes a place of privacy, some kind of seclusion. You need to be in a place where you won't be disturbed. Very unlikely as a beginner that you'll be able to do this in Starbucks, for example. So ideally, you have a space, ideally somewhere out in nature, or at the very least by a window, which is where I'm sitting. And hopefully there's some kind of a door that you could close just to ensure that no extra energy comes into this experience. So the Akashic atmosphere commences with creating this container, this sense of safe space for yourself. And once you have that, I trust you've created that for yourself. There are so many other things you can do. And you really need to consult with your own inner wisdom on this. Would you like to light a candle? Would you like some beautiful healing crystals on hand? Would you like to arrange your space in a way that really feels connected, really feels calm, really feels peaceful to you? These are all completely optional. You don't have to do these things. Something that helps me is to actually put something over my head. Like I've used a hoodie of a sweatshirt, or right now I'm using a scarf since it's fairly chilly. So just placing a scarf or something over the top of your head that can just create this little bit of separation between yourself and the physical world. Just this very little bit of a barrier. Um, we're not shutting away the world, but in creating the Akashic atmosphere, we're placing our attention uh, into a different reality. We are stepping beyond the veil. We're peeking beyond the veil. And the more you do this, the more you'll realize how thin that veil really is. You might have heard that expression before, how thin the veil is, and it really is true. Um, whereas before you knew about the veil, you were just living your regular 3D life. Once you learn about the veil, you learn to peek um, out from behind that veil, and then you start to realize that there is so much more out there than the than the physical reality that is all around us, right? Um, there is so much more that you can access. There's wisdom and knowing, and I'm going to stop talking about it. I'll just have us experience that for a little bit. So, having set up your space, set up your safety, your container. If you have a candle, light the candle. Um, Placing some kind of covering, head covering, completely optional. You don't need to do this. You can certainly access the records without uh, any of these trappings. But as a beginner, it's helpful to create some markers for yourself where you are um, now stepping into the mystery. So we sit, and it is very helpful to have a meditation practice. Uh, daily meditation is highly recommended, and that can look very different for different people. So, for our purposes, we are going to be practicing mindfulness of the body and mindfulness of the breath. This is something I teach in my yoga classes and my meditation classes, as well as privately one-on-one. And there are many, many teachers out there as well, not just me, who are doing this work. So settling into your body, and hand position, you can maybe rest the hands with the palms up, unless that feels uncomfortable, and then you can always just turn the palms down. You can sit cross-legged, you can sit in a chair. If you are sitting in a chair, my recommendation is to um, set yourself up so that your spine is upright, that your feet are flat on the floor. We're not crossing our legs or anything like that. So we're sitting with our feet flat on the floor, and I'm going to have my palms up. I like to work this way. And then we're closing our eyes. And the closing of the eyes is kind of similar to the head covering, in that we're consciously taking that step to just for the moment disengage from the visual field, from seeing this particular window, this particular building that's outside the window, this particular curtain, this particular laptop. And we're closing the eyes to bring that attention inward. So, closing the eyes, Just starting very simply by feeling the breath. And the breath I'm going to recommend is an inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. So we're just gently parting the lips and exhaling. Slight sigh. You don't have to make a loud sound or anything like that. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. So take your time here. Take your time to settle into the experience of being in this body, sitting where you're sitting. And we're going to invite uh, help and aid from the other world. We invite our ancestors, our guardian angels. We invite all the spirits of the land, the sky, the water, fire. We invite the fairies and all the wonderful mystical creatures to help us here, to support us on this journey, on this undertaking. And as I say that, you might say that to yourself using the words that work for you. You might say, I, state your full name. I, full name, invite ancestors, beloved ancestors, and unknown ancestors, spiritual friends, my community of angels and fairies and mystics to come and be with me as I open my Akashic Records. And notice if you feel the presence of those beings which you've called forth to surround you. And next, we're going to breathe into existence, into our remembrance, this golden orb that surrounds us. Extends about 5 feet away from the body, kind of like the shape of a large egg or sphere, or if you want to imagine a beautiful toroidal field all around you, you can do that. And just filling your aura, your bubble, with a golden light, beautiful golden light that surrounds you and protects you. And just taking our time here to feel that protection, feel that safety. And the third is we're placing our hands together. We're going to bow to the Great Mother, bow to the earth, accepting her blessings, recognizing that she blesses us with the very air that we breathe, the very gravity that keeps us connected to her, honoring her as the source of all that is on our world. Recognizing ourselves as a part of her, and also as a creature that is constantly being born of her. So we can take this time to really honor the Great Mother for birthing the world in each and every moment. She is in a constant state of bliss and birth. And we honor that and we bow to the Mother. And we are grateful. Now you can place your hands back onto your lap with the palms up, or if you like, with the palms down. We are grateful to the earth, to the sky, to the world all around us for welcoming this journey, this inquiry. And you may say out loud, or you may say in your head, the records are now open. The records are now open. The records are now open. So after saying that phrase 3 times, we can simply relax. There is absolutely nothing that we need to do right now. We are simply sitting, we're listening, and we're focusing toward the inner eye, the third eye area, that space between the eyebrows. When we notice what it feels like to be here, what does the Akashic atmosphere feel like in the body? Is there a sense of relaxation, acceptance? Is there a deep, deep welling of love? This physical and energetic expression of love. It's so important that we really allow ourselves to have our personal experience of the records. This is going to be different each and every time we do this. Whether you do it every day, whether you can do it a few times a day, you will find each and every time it's completely unique. Sometimes there are sounds, sometimes there are visions, and more often than not, there is a knowing, a deep knowing that arises within us. And we can simply enjoy that feeling. Continuing to breathe, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. As we enjoy whatever we're experiencing in these records today, we may like to gently place some words as if describing it to your inner child. So describe the experience. If you see visions, describe the vision. If you are hearing messages, describe the messages. And most importantly, if you have the sense of deep knowing, describe to yourself what it is that you are knowing. What is that? Knowing that whatever is arising is exactly what you need to hear, to feel, to know. So now that we've rooted ourselves into the Akashic atmosphere, we've opened ourselves to the experience of the records, we are going to dive just a little bit deeper by asking, is there a particular message for me today? Ask in your own way, what is it that I need to feel, to see, to know for my life right now? Keep breathing. Just know that the answer is there for you. So now that we've had our experience, we are going to begin to close the records. I'm going to place the hands together, place the hands at the inner eye, third eye chakra. Continuing to breathe, just communicating that sense of appreciation, that thank you, that deep thank you to the wisdom that resides within you, resides within me. This galactic wisdom. And then bringing the prayer hands to the heart. Breathing into that feeling of love, faith, bliss. And we bow forward to show our appreciation and gratitude for the experience of the records today, just as it was, knowing that this experience was exactly what was needed. Repeating 3 times the records. are now closed. The records are now closed. The records are now closed. Continuing to breathe deeply. Now you can release the breath, any breath control, just let it flow in and out. Let the hands release. Now we can place the palms down to ground the energy, allowing ourselves to come back to this three-dimensional reality. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. I truly hope that this was healing and meaningful for you. I welcome any inquiries, and more than anything, I wish for you to know that the light within me recognizes the light within you. And in that light, you and I are one. One love.